This is your second film,
Yeah.
Catherine.
Yeah.
You were directing, you wrote the film. What else did you do? You starred in the film.
I did, and I helped edit.
Oh, nice. So by help edit, you were like next to him in his place, next to his computer, calling all the
we were
shots.
together, yeah.
Hi, I have some clothes for you to take a look at.
And you said he was so patient.
Yes, I did. We had a pre-talk, a pre-game chat.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He was extremely patient because I was like, wait, it disappeared. I wanted that shot in there. And you're like, I'm just gonna glue these together, make this. Like, oh, okay, still okay. Okay. I thought you were like deleting it.
No. Definitely.
We went
not.
through that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, you have nice teeth.
Thank you.
Don't make it weird.
I barely wore that dress. And most of these clothes are new.
Matt, you do so much for this community. You do so much for other people as well.
I mean, I tried.
You do. You're
I tried.
oh, you're amazing. When are you going to do your own material?
We just shot one.
We did, but
Yeah.
nobody knows about it.
Nobody knows about it yet.
It's going to be this 40-minute epic short film / feature. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
What constitutes a feature? It's got to be like, what, 64 minutes?
Yeah, about that.
Oh, okay, so this one might be like a long short film.
Yeah.
And you're hoping to get other filmmakers together to share a screening at the Mayfair?
Yes. It'd be very, very great.
Another
if we could do
party
that.
night.
And quite frankly, I have a lot better things to do with my time. So thank you, but no thank you. I will find another store that will take you. As you wish. Let's go. Let's go. Have a nice day.
Tell us why you wrote this story.
Okay, because I experienced that in my life as a single mom trying to find money from anywhere. So I tried to sell my clothes, my daughter's clothes. Of course, I mean, a lot of us can relate to that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. And I actually got offended when they didn't take my clothes. Although I didn't act out like a Karen, quote, Karen. But inside I was being a Karen. And I did actually, here in Ottawa, I did actually go back the next day with my clothes to a new person. Because I thought, and I did have a conversation with someone on the phone. That did kind of happen. But I went back and thought, no, I know these are nice. These are the designers that they asked for. So you should M and Zara. And I'm going to go back the next day. I did do that. And it was still a no.
Why are we not going? Let's go now. The lady doesn't like your clothes.
Do you know what I can do with $70?
Now that's wonderful because life is they're good material for stories. Like when I tell my jokes and my stories, people think I'm not funny, but the thing is, it's real. It comes from my soul. Every joke I say, it's actually from my life, and my life is that sad, but funny. We can laugh at our pain, right?
I just want to thank Maddie, our newcomer to the acting industry here. Beautiful lady.
Maddie, this is a cult. You don't know it yet,
Maddie,
but we're gonna start
right
sacrificing
over there, girl,
chickens.
right there.
Chickens. And babies. Who likes babies?
Well, we know that.
We love you, Matt.
I love you, Matt. I love you so much, Matt. So did you come up with all the ideas in the music video?
Yes.
So you all, okay, and you directed the music video?
Yes.
Oh my God, dude, seriously. Okay, so how long have you been doing like this acting thing?
1 year.
Oh my God, you brought it. She was in 2 Monster Pool films, and they were both very similar, and they were both very good films. And she was, you know, panicking.
What are they doing? Oh my God.
Are you just worried about someone breaking in?
But I remember we were having so much fun. We were tired, and we were laughing. And when we had to yell, no, we don't yell. When we had to start rolling, you brought it instantly, like a switch. It just turned on, and you were like, ha 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 ha, ah! Right?
Yeah.
What the hell, man? What is your process in your head when you have to panic and cry?
It's not something that comes immediately. You do have to practice that. It's like a muscle, right? Like you have to just be extremely present and situate yourself at what is taking place at the moment and not be afraid of actually going there. Like when you're acting, you're not acting, you're being. So like you're not Mariana playing Millie or playing, you know, like I am the character. Like I just try to become that person in those circumstances and believe them to be true. And I also use my body a lot, so if I need to cry, they know, like I do jumping jacks before a scene, or if I need to be like, you know, so I think it's...
She was running up and down.
She was running
I
loud.
was running, I was jumping jacks, squats. That just helps get into the physicality of it all, so yeah.
Even when you have to cry, do you like, some people say dredge up some past traumas?
No, I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Because you act.
Well,
But you bring something.
that is something that can be useful sometimes,
Yeah.
but not always. Sometimes you can just get there by, like everybody knows how to cry, so you just try to bring that movement in yourself and then just get in and let go, like let go. That's it, just let go.
That's what I say. A lot of time is let go, because we have it
Let
within
go.
us to react naturally
Yeah.
to things, and it's just finding a safe place to let go. You're absolutely right.
When you don't let go, you can definitely see, you can see it. Like it's not believable, it's fake, it's strict, and that's when you know you're like, I could have done better. And that's when you know, because you're not letting it go.
And I'm glad you felt safe with us, because we're a
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of idiots and we had so much fun.
Embarrassed, but
I've asked you to stop it.
Please, Anna. It's okay, really. You must be really tired. I could just go back to my car. Please! I'll do whatever. Anna, I'll do whatever you want. I'll go and I'll come back. I'll come back. Please.
Is there any time when you're acting where, like say you're doing the really scary performance, and you're feeling like anxious or you have to cry, has there been a time where you haven't been able to get right out of that? And if there is, what do you find that you can do for yourself to bring yourself back to reality and bring yourself back into the room?
I don't think I've had that happen yet. It can happen I think especially if you go method and you actually look at something that happened to your own life. I think the probability of you getting deep and not being able to go back out is higher. But I think if I were in that situation, I'd probably just take a second, breathe, and remind myself, like, ground myself and remember, like, who I am. Like, I'm Mariana, I'm not the character.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. But fortunately, it hasn't happened yet.
That's a good question. Is any of this therapeutic?
Like, acting?
Just acting like
Yeah.
extreme.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you get to play the human being experience all the time. Every time I get a part, it's like, what part I'm gonna explore today? Like, I'm gonna be crazy or sad or panicky. Like, you just get to live 1,000 lives, and that's what I love about it.
Great fun.
Mm-hmm.
Great cast, for sure. Mariana, you did amazing. And you know what, I will say, there was an element of genuine fear where we filmed, because there had been lots of bear sightings as of recent when we filmed. And so, you know when she runs out of the forest onto the road and then into the cornfield?
Yeah.
Well, I picked that spot because the bears had trampled down some of the corn there. So
Like an hour previously?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, we had to remove the big giant anyway. But legit, they had trampled down this spot. I'm like, oh, that's a perfect spot for her to run into, and then the scene where she's running through the corn and trips over the body. That was actually around the other side, and it was trampled down by bears too. So it was just perfect. And then my other actress, who was my dead body, she's like, oh no, that's okay. I'll just lay down here in the dirt. And I'm like, you're awesome.
That was so much fun, and it was a late night. And I like late nights because when you get tired and it gets late and you're still shooting, there's a sort of release that happens in your brain where you don't give a shit anymore, but at the same time you're having fun.
Yeah.
And it's just such a great experience because you remember these shoots.
Yeah.
Hey Mariana, remember when we stayed up until 3 a.m. in the cornfield with the bears? Remember that?
Yeah,
Wasn't
that's
that
great.
fun?
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Worth it.
But I like, because you sit on my couch, fruitcake's there, we edit, we go through the whole film, and we're pretty efficient editors.
Yeah.
Like we don't, we could crank it out in like 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
So we have a lot of fun editing, because that's part of the fun as well. Why can't it be
Yeah.
part of the fun? A lot of people are discouraged by the editing process.
Oh, I I'm a control freak and I can not be there. And he listens so well.
Oh yeah, I just do what I'm told, because have you seen her? I'm terrified. Jeez.
Is there any genre you can't do?
Oh my god. Drama, horror, and comedy. Very well.
My husband won't let me do porn, but I
So you've been recording music for how long? Writing songs.
Like, I've done music all my life, but I started songwriting in 2018, and I've always stopped myself from showing it to the world because I was afraid.
I don't care to hear you whisper in my ear. All that you think I won't last for too long. You say that.
I'm like a perfectionist, like it needs to be everything like wow, and I'm like, okay, everybody that I admire, they were at step 1 before, right? So I just have to do it because I don't want to live my life and regret not doing it, you know, like fuck that, like I'm just gonna do it and that's
Oh my god, right on.
Yeah, like what do I have to lose?
Oh man.
Like you look at everybody else doing it, and you're like, I could be doing that, why am I not? Like why am I in my room just showing it to myself? Like people are gonna like to see it, I hope. So yeah, and then the song is my first one that I've actually recorded, and decided to make the music video for it, and yeah, so more to come.
And more to come. Oh my god, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Your performance was amazing.
Thank you.
Like, and I want to ask you, like, how you brought it on. Like, what was the process? I wasn't there on set, so I have no idea. Did you have to, like, do laps like Mariana?
No. But I might try that next time because it's always good to try new techniques. And I mean, if we're talking specifically about the crying, because I know that's what like a lot of people go towards is the crying, I had a tough time. Like I just got so lucky because the one shot where I was able to get tears is the shot they used. That was the only time I was able to actually get tears.
Dad, wake up, it's me. Dad!
I was like Googling and texting like acting friends and I was like, what do you do? And one of them was like, poke your eyeball, and one of them was like, use an onion, and I was like, I might use the onion next time.
Vapor rub, just underneath.
Yeah, it's like a makeshift like tear stick,
And it smells
right?
good.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I was trying all of these things, like keeping my eyes open, and I was like, at home it worked, on set it wasn't working. So I had to resort to thinking of really sad things, which I was hoping not to do. And you know what, like, I know a lot of people think of people dying and things like that happening, but for me, I had to think of something that did happen. I couldn't think of something that, like, might happen, it just wasn't working for me.
Oh my god, pull up a chair, we're gonna have some therapy. I can come on set and pull a gun to a puppy, if that helps.
No, I don't think that would help.
Inside voice.
You can just bring the puppy without the gun.
Without
and
the gun, and little kittens.
Yeah, just seeing the puppy will make me cry because it's so cute.
It is cute.
It's so fluffy.
It is cute.
I don't even know what puppy we're talking about, and the puppy won't work.
I noticed that sometimes when I'm just thinking about this right now, when we listen to music, we get emotional because there's something in it, and we can have a swell in a song and it brings us to tears. I wonder if it's possible to have an earpiece that's kind of like you don't see on camera, and you can just listen to the music and you naturally get emotional.
Yeah,
Would that be a thing?
Maybe, or the onion.
Or the onion.
I'm really thinking of trying the onion. Like I don't know, because whenever I cut onions, it's like it affects me so badly. Like it really comes out. I don't know if I'm quite at the level of these other amazing people that can act and
Your
direct.
film
but...
was pretty awesome.
Oh, thank
Last
you.
year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was someone's backyard. Can you believe that? Somebody has that in their backyard. Wow. I was like, really? Wow. Yeah, we had like a neighbor come along, like, doo-doo-doo, did you touch my logs? No, we didn't touch your logs. Don't worry, they're still there. Like, he was really... Well, because he cut a bunch of trees down, and they were where we were filming, so he was worried that we had like moved his logs.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was like in carp, so I guess he was gonna make a fire with it or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just go with that. That was great.
there was a scene that was kind of like, this is just a fun fact. We had like these blood pills. They don't work. Like he was like chewing on them and just like pieces were coming out of his mouth, and I was like, and they were trying to do like, they wanted us to do the line, and then for him to chew on it, and we'd just like sit there and wait for him, like the blood to start coming out. We were just sitting there, and I was going like, and then they didn't use it because it just looked so unnatural. I don't recommend using them. It's kind of gross.
That's true, and sometimes people in horror films though, or in action films, they want you to spit out blood. It doesn't look natural. The most natural thing is to have a mouth of blood, teeth and gums of blood. That looks more real because it is more real. So keep that in mind.
That's a good tip.
Yeah, that's a good tip. So Jesse, you had the first film. Can you explain the premise in one sentence?
Trick or treat.
Ah.
Because that was the theme.
It was.
You give me a theme, I try to work with the theme.
I don't even follow the theme. Okay.
I noticed.
That was really good.
Thank you. Trick or treat. Happy Halloween. I love your costume. Have a good night. Bye.
Oh, so who filmed it?
Matt.
Matt, he's everywhere, right?
Yes.
He's like the horror of filmmaking in Ottawa, man. You're all over the place. I love you, man.
Mine wasn't really horror though.
It doesn't matter.
Horror.
It was good. No, it had some horror elements. Like, you know, I do drama with horror elements, as you know. It's still kind of like, it doesn't have to be mainstream. It could be, you know, speculative. It could be European. So, I don't know. David Lynch, like some weird stuff. What was your favorite part of making this film? You wrote it, and you're in it this time.
Yes, so I wasn't supposed to be in it, but it was a male and female couple, and our male got sick.
Sorry.
Oh my God, was that him?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
So I called Marianne. I was like, "Are you comfortable being a lesbian lover?" and she's looking at me, and I'm like, "With me?" So, and in my script, I was gonna dress him up like a wizard, and he was gonna be like, "Oh, trick or treat." So I was like, shit, I need a costume. And the only thing in my closet that I had was this made up Care Bear thing. So there we are.
You were with us at the beginning of Kino, essentially, because we're what, like only 8 months, 10 months old?
No, you're not.
I think so. Aren't we? I don't know.
So you're saying it didn't start till I got here?
Absolutely. The party doesn't start till Jesse gets in the house. When does it not start? Oh my God. What was the most challenging part of making this film? Because I like tough questions. What was frustrating?
Well, nothing was frustrating because we always do it for fun. But I really want, like, Olivia is, whenever I'm like, I need something creepy, I need someone in the river in Maine, Rideau River face down, I always call Olivia. I'm like, if this is too much, say no. So, and I really, like, Matt really, like when she's in the hall, and I was like, can you exorcist it? And she just goes back and started crawling, and I was like, yes.
I'll teach you something. Oh my gosh, she's so good. You worked with her a couple times.
I always try to include her.
She's amazing. She's not here tonight.
No.
No, so I will unfriend her on Facebook now.
Yeah. At 6:30, she's like, I'm not gonna make it. And I was like,
oh my God, we want her on stage.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
But
great.
she's a trooper, and like when artists and like actors are willing to like go the extra mile, it makes a world of difference.
It does, and it's the company you keep as well, and people who trust you, like me working with Stephanie, or
Kino allows you to really challenge yourself, try new things, and because even if it's shit and on fire, it's just, it's okay. Let
stomp it out.
Sometimes people just love what you do and want to be a part of it and want to experiment and want to try it out. So this was a friend of mine, and she's like, oh, I would love to try something. I'm like, well, like what? She's like, well, so true story, Lebanese moms apparently would throw slippers at their kids when they're misbehaving, and so I wrote the story around that, and
Ow!
sadly she's not here tonight. Her kids have hockey, so so that's what it is. And you know what? The acting isn't always the best, but now they have an experience that they would never have otherwise had. So will they continue and try and be better and grow bigger, or will they just say, hey, I did it, woohoo?
Yes, he got hit in the head a couple times for real with that slipper. I mean, it was a bang. It's like, ah!
Because really, I am like the Lebanese mom, and I'm not the gentle.
Sorcery. That's so funny. Like, and he just.
What did you film this one on?
We shot it on the digital, but we shot it on film at the same time. I just haven't gotten it back from the lab. But I wanted to support Kino, and I shot it at the digital so we can have a version to screen here.
Thank you so much. It turned out really well. The music, the soundtrack. So there's no sound. It's just the score.
I had an original version with dialogue, but the dialogue was so corny. It's kind of like, hello, how are you? You know, I'm just like, forget it.
And sometimes just make it silent, put some music over it, because music is dialogue in a sense. It's quite good. It's quite good, and I love the black and white thing.
So yeah, so it was just a solo saxophone piece that I kind of doubled up on each other, and it added a bit of echo, and yeah, that's all it was. Jeff, the actor, and Julia, the actress, had their own interpretations of what the film and what the characters was about.
Vincent was not able to be there, so there are no interesting camera angles. I did the best I could trying to channel my inner Vincent, going, okay, let's try and get some kind of flare of the light from behind.
So you filmed this on your phone, and we edited it in my place at Fruitcake Studios.
Fruitcake Studios,
Fruitcake Studios.
We weren't, as you could tell, able to line our heads up the same, because Nanny's like this tall, and Julia's this tall, and I'm this tall, and we're using the same setup. So Nanny's on a chair, scrunched, which is why she kept going up so often. So, you know, it was just a bit of a challenge trying to do that.
Monster Pool screening on the 20th, and the tagline is, in every Monster Pool I show up and I say I got this, and then I get sucked. Okay, I got this. I got this. I got this. Afraid, and I know. Hold on, there's someone at the door. I got this. Into something.
Oh, sorry, I was just waiting for you to get sucked
I
up.
get sucked. I can't say those words, so that's my tagline, you know. So that was really,
be careful saying those words.
I can. I gotta be really, really careful. It's like saying Candyman 3 times.
Candyman.
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 Oh, you wrecked it 4 times.
Okay, gotta go.
That's okay. We always talk about how just make a movie. I just wanted to have something so people could go, okay, that's what you do. When you don't have an idea, you just grab your phone, the simplest concept, but you try. You just try, and then when you have a whole lot of scenes, you just go, okay, now what will tell the story? And you just remove everything else. Well, we want reasons for people to need to have conversations.
Grab a phone. Make a film. What are you waiting for? We're getting older. Do it. Be brave. Be bold.
Be here.
Be here.